Hello students, welcome to your computer classroom. So I hope all of you are doing good. So as in the previous class we have covered some important concept of MS Word. So in that we have seen how to record and run a macro. So before moving to the next topic, let us revise this as well. So we have seen what a macro is. So a macro is some certain steps which are combined together by a single command. Clear? So this saves our time as well. Clear? So if you are repeating some certain steps, and if you want to combine all those steps in a single command or some shortcut keys also we can attach with that. So this is the use of macro. So we have seen how to record a macro. So for that we will first go to the view tab, and then in the view tab we will get the macros. Clear? So here is the macro symbol. So when you click on this macro downward arrow button, we'll find a record macro option. Clear? So after starting this record macro, whatever the steps which you are following, here you can see this dialog box will open. So here also we have to write these that what is the name of that macro and what is the description of that. Clear? So accordingly whatever the right now in this book, the example which is taken, if there is some address and that address is being written, so for that a new macro, a name is when you click on this record macro, this dialog box will open. So here you can write the macro name, and after writing this macro name you can write the description here. Clear? In this description area, then if you want to assign a keyboard shortcut, for that click on this keyboard. Clear? So when you click on this keyboard option and click on the OK button, this will open you a new uh, dialog box where you can assign the shortcut keys. Clear? So if suppose here for the address the shortcut key is taken here as a alt A, the keyboard buttons, when you have to press these uh, buttons from the keyboard itself. When you bring the cursor in this, press new shortcut keys, bring the cursor and click here, and after that you have to press the key combination from the keyboard, so the same will be written here. So if it is already assigned by some other function, so it will show in the here currently assigned, it will be so assigned. So if it is assigned, it means you cannot use that key again. So for that it should be unassigned only. So if it appears as assigned, change to some new combination. Clear? So from here we can assure that that key combination is assigned to any of that or not. Clear? So after writing this, click on this assign button. So this was the step for assigning any keyboard shortcut, and after that we have to make the whatever the steps we want to include in the macro. So here some address is being written. So after writing that address, clear? So this is the process when the recording of the macro is going on. So after writing this we have to stop the recording button. Clear? So here you can see the address has been written, and after writing the address, when you go to the bottom of the status bar, here it is the stop button. So when you click on this stop recording button, the macro will be saved. Clear? And it is already recorded, and we know that we have assigned this macro some shortcut keys also. So if you want to use any of those methods, if you want to use this macro by the shortcut key, or if you want to use the macro by going to the macro button. So let us see, when you click on this macro button, then in the macro whatever the saved macro will be there, you can view macros from here. So that macro, as it is saved with the address name, so if you click on the run button, the same address will be displayed in the word window. Clear? So this is the one way, and another way is whatever the shortcut key which you have saved. So in this case we have written alt plus A. So when you press this alt plus A, the same text will appear again in the word window. Clear? So this way we have seen that how the macro is saving time, and the you can say that it is combining the different steps together. If we want to see this step earlier also we have made this, we have to go to the view tab and in the macro. So here if you click on this view macro, you can see we have also written the address. So let me come to the new page, then I will show you. Earlier we have made a macro with the school address as it is already there. So let us come again to the view button, view tab, in that macro, then view macros, we have written that address, click on this run button. Okay, so here let me open a new blank page, maybe because it was already. So here let us try to run this macro view macros, then address it is appearing, click on this run button. So I think there is some, okay, so maybe the macro was not saved, but that was the step. If you want to write it once again, we can write this. Okay, let us quickly see that. So here is the create button, then go to the view tab, then macros, then if you have to make a new macro, click on the record macro. Clear? So whatever the name of the macro you want to write, we can choose the macro name. So if you want to write address, write that address, description, whatever the description you want to write. Suppose you are writing the address of the school, so I am writing the school, whatever the description you want to write, you can write, then click on this OK button. Okay, before that it will ask you to delete that thing. Why? Because already there is one address, there is also one more macro one. If we run that also, you can see there are two existing macros, so we have to automatically, it will delete. So we are going to the record macro, then let us write this address, then whatever the description you want to write this description, then click on the keyboard button. So it is asking that do you want to replace the existing macro, click on the yes button, then whatever the shortcut key you want to assign. So I am also using the same which is given in the book. Why? Because the earlier one was used, so I am pressing Alt A. So here you can see it is right now showing you unassigned. Clear? So I have pressed this Alt A, then assign. So whatever it is being chosen, it is also right now present in the current keys. Now click on the close button. So now whatever the address you are writing here, so suppose I am writing this address, so here it is, I have written the name of the school, then you can write the, if you know the pin code, we can write that. Okay, so suppose this much is the address we want to write. After writing this, there is a stop button, so this will stop recording. So click on this. Now this macro is saved. Okay, so if you want to see that this is saved and how to use this, come again to this view tab and click on this macro button, and here if you click on this view macros, here is the address. If we click on this run button, here you can see the new addresses in front of us. So this was the one way. Another way was to choose the keyboard shortcut which we have just added. So for that we have used Alt A. So use the key combination from the keyboard. So I am pressing right now from the keyboard. So here you can see, so one at a time, or you can any of the new page you can use this macro. So if I come to anywhere else or in the new document also, not only the same document, you can use this macro in the new document as well. So here I am pressing again, so this will bring the this whatever text you have written again in this page. So I hope this is clear. So this all we have covered, how to use the macro and how to run this. Then today we are going to see what is mail merge. Clear? So this is also important concept. So let us see the concept of mail merge. So let us first read. You can use the mail merge feature to produce a personalized letter for each person on your mailing list. Okay, so suppose you have any function at home, and if you want to send invitation for each of you, so you will need to write the mail for everyone. So in that place you can write a single uh, mm, mail invitation and you can personalize it. Clear? Personalizing means it will write the name of the person from the mailing list, and whatever the information related to that person is there. So automatically the same a single document can be sent as an invitation to all of the persons who are in your mailing list. Clear? So it is required that all the addresses are, all the email address and their details should be in the mailing list of your Word document. Clear? So let us see the steps. Performing a mail merge is useful if you want to send the same document such as an announcement or a greeting card to many people. Clear? So this way the mail merge feature can be used to send the same document for various persons. Clear? So it can be any greeting card, it can be any invitation, or any, if there is any business form, so the same, if it is any information to be passed to all of the employees or something like that, so this mail merge feature can be used. Then you can easily operate each step of the mail merge process with the help of mail merge feature without leaving your document. Clear? So the steps are, with the Word itself you can follow the certain steps, and we will see how we can send this document as a mail to all of the different persons. So depending on the options you select, a dialog box may appear now and then, but you can focus more on producing the final document and less on the process. Clear? So we will see now what are the steps for doing this or sending this mail merge. So the steps are given in this books as well, so we will see the steps one by one. So step 1 is open the Word document that you want to use as the letter. So whatever the document, if it is an invitation letter, if it is any announcement, so first open that, or first write that document in the MS Word file, and after completing that we will follow the steps. So step 2 is, okay, so the information of the letter should not change from letter to letter, as it is obvious that we are sharing the same document to all of the person, so that is why the content will be same for everyone. Clear? Now click on the mailing tab. So here we have the mailing tab. So let us come to the software window, the MS Word window, and then also we will do these steps one by one. So here I have written a invitation letter. So suppose you are having your birthday very soon at the weekend, so if you want to write a invitation to all of your friends, so for that you can write this invitation letter, and you can send this as a mail to all of your friends or all of your relatives. So this we have written, and after writing this invitation, what we have to do, we have to go to the mailing tab. So here is the mailing tab, let me show you. At the top here it is. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to click on this mailing tab. So let us click on this mailing tab. Then this was the step number 2. Let us come back to the book. After clicking on this mailing tab, step number 3 is click on the start mail merge button. Clear? So the next step is click on the start mail merge button. So here is the start mail merge button, we have to click on that. Then click on the letters, step number 4. So let us do these 2 steps. So here we have to click on this start mail merge. So here it is, click on this start mail merge button. Then next step is click on the letters. Okay, so these 2 steps we have done, step number 3 and 4. Now let us come back to the book. Now nothing happens on the screen. You can see here that when you have clicked on the letters, there was no any dialog box or nothing on the screen. But the word sets up for a mail merge, but internally the word has initialized the steps for mail merge. Okay, now click on select participant. So step number 5 is click on select participants, select recipient. Recipient means the person who are receiving your mail. Clear? So step number 5 is select recipient. Then step number 6, click on to identify the type of recipient list you plan to use. So if this is a new list, we will choose from there. So let us first do the step number 5. Click on the select recipient. So if you go to the word window, here we are. So here we have the button select recipient. Click on this. Now as there is no existing recipient list, we will create a new. So click on this type new list. So if I come to this, come again to the textbook. So when you click on this step number 5, so this is the new list. So as there is no address which is saved in the MS Word software, so here we will create a new list. So here you can see as well that the new address list dialog box appear and displaying the areas where you enter the information. So these are the different required things which will need to create a new address list. So click on each area and type the appropriate information for each person. You don't have to fill every entry. Clear? So whatever the details you know, we can fill that. To enter the information for another person, click on the new entry. Clear? So this way we can create a address list. So if you come here, so here you can see whatever the title, suppose someone is using Mr. Doctor, so this will be the title, so we can choose accordingly. Then the first name, so whatever the name you want to add, so let us write someone like Abhay, then the last name, so we can choose accordingly according to the name of your friends or the relatives. Then if it is any employee, so we can write the company name. If it is any address of the person, we can write that as well. So suppose the person is living somewhere in Varanasi, you can write that. So the address line 1, line 2, so these all information we can write here. Then whatever the city, so we can write the city name. So here you can see at the bottom we have the scroll bar. So using this scroll bar, we are moving to the next values. Clear? So after city, whatever is the state, so this all information we can write from here. So state we can write from here. Then if you know the zip code, we can write then country. So if it is not essential to complete all these things, then the phone number or something like that. Here we at the end we are having the email address, so this will be required. So why this is being required? Because only then the mail will be sent. So suppose the email address of the first person is abhay at the rate yahoo or gmail, whatever is the mail service the person is using. So here this way we can add the information of a particular single person. And after writing this, what we have to do, if you want to write some more new address list, click on the new entry. So here you can see the first is already present. So suppose your next name is, so here we can write the next name. So let us write the next name. So if it is Aman, we can write it. So whatever the information you have, you can write that. Clear? So we are following the steps. So it is not necessary to write all the details, only the essential things or the important things which is required to be included in the your document. When you are writing this, add as salutation, we also write the address of that person, so we can include those things. So we have written the city, then state, and whatever the pin code you have, the country. Then here again the email address is required, so write the email address. So suppose this person is using Yahoo, so we can write yahoo.com or whatever is the domain name. Clear? So this way we can enter the details of the different persons and create this new address list. I hope this is clear. Let us come again to the textbook. So here it is also the certain, by following these steps the address list is being created. So step number 7 we have seen that whatever the area you want to enter the information, we have chosen those we have written there. Then step number 8, for after completing one record, we are clicking on this new entry, so it will again give you the same fields blank, so write the detail of the second person. Then repeat steps 7 and 8 for each person to be added on your mailing list. Clear? So we can, this way we can add all of the recipient list, all of the addresses which you want to include in your address list. And if you want to delete any of these entry, so that also can be done. Choose that particular entry and click on the delete entry button. Clear? So here let me show you also where is the delete button if you want to remove any of this. So here is the delete entry. So if we want to delete any of the person here from the address list, we have the delete entry option. So using this we can delete that particular address. Okay, and after doing all the adding all the addresses in your list, we can click on this OK button. Clear? And after this OK button, this is asking you to save the address list dialog for saving this address list. So type a name for the file where you want to store your mailing list and click on the save button. So whatever the place or that drive you want to choose where you want to save your address list, we can write the name of the file and click on the save button. So let us come to the software and let us also save this. So we have also written, if you want to write more we can write it. So I am right now only using 2 addresses. Okay, so after writing this we click on this OK button. So when you will click on this OK button, it is asking you to save your address list. Clear? So whatever the address list you want, where the place you want to save, you can write the file name. So let us write address, and wherever you want to save, if I want to save on the desktop, we can choose the desktop from here and click on this save button. Clear? So now this address list is saved somewhere on the desktop. Let us come to the textbook again. Clear? So after saving this, now we can select a specific recipient from the mailing list to send the letter. Clear? So whatever the address you have written, it is not necessary to include all the addresses. We will again have the option to choose the recipient. So we can edit the recipient, we can select those. So now step number 13, you can see, click on the edit recipient list. So here we have the option for editing this recipient list. Then the mail merge recipient window again appears. So here is this window. Now this area list all the people on your mailing list. So to sort the list, click on the heading of the column you want to use. Clear? So any of these recipient can be sorted from here. So you can see also if you want to arrange in an alphabetical order or any other sequence, so we can sort using this recipient list. Let me show you. So here we have to click on this edit recipient list. So here it is. So click on this edit recipient list. So as only we are having 2 names, as only 2 names we have added, so that is why it is showing us the 2 names. So if you want to arrange any of these, we can click on this first name or any of the other last name, so it will arrange accordingly. Clear? So this way we can sort and select the things. Okay, Then step number 13 we have seen. Then step number 14, a check mark beside a person names indicates what will create a personalized letter for the person. To add or remove a check mark, click on the box beside the person name. So here it may happen that if you have added 10 or 15 names in the list, so we can choose again that if it is checked, it means that person will be included in this mail merge option, or if you want to not use that particular person, so you can uncheck that box. Then after doing all these things, step number 15 is click on the OK button. Clear? So let us click on the OK button. So here, as we are having two names, after doing this, click on the OK button. Clear? Now let us see the further steps. Step number 16. So click on the location where you want the address to appear in the letter. Clear? So whatever the place you want to choose, there we will click on the page. Then click on the address block. So here is the address block, and the insert address block dialog box will appear. Click on a format for each recipient name. You can preview the format here. Clear? So let us do this. So right now what we are doing, we are including this address which we have just written. So if you want to include this address somewhere here at this, after this date, so I have clicked here. Then what we have to do, we'll go to the address block. So here is the address block. Then here you can see these are the format, if these are the different formats which is being shown to us. So if you want to see from here, these are the by default thing which is present. Okay, so here is the insert address block, and this is the preview button. So by clicking also, okay, let me erase this once. So this was the step for the address block. Now let us come again to the book. Now click on the address block. Then step number 18, click on the format for each recipient name, and you can preview the format here. Then click on the OK button. Okay, so whatever the name you have added, it will be added accordingly to the format you are choosing for from here. So let us, in our case the preview is not available, maybe because these are all. So this is the, here you can see insert the company name, as we have not written the company name. So we can click on these check boxes. Now insert postal address. So if you want to include the country region, so we can choose from here. Then format address according to the destination country region. So whatever the things you want to choose from here, that all can be chosen. So as right now, here you can see whatever the address we have written, it is being displayed to us in this format. Clear? So and different names are here. So whatever the format is there, as we have only if we are inviting for the whole family, we can write it like that, or if that individual person. So here by choosing these different formats and the or all the person names which we have written, the same is now shown to us in the preview. Now if we click on this OK button, now this address block is included here. Okay, so if you want to decrease or increase the spaces, you can do that as well. So we have seen how to include the address block. Okay, let us come again to the book. So we have clicked, we have done till step number 19, that we have added this address block and seen the preview. Now read this as well. Update your knowledge. So a mail merge is a method for taking data from a database and inserting it into a document. Clear? So what is mail merge basically? Mail merge is whatever the address list you have, we are taking that data from that address list and inserting to in the document. Clear? Then what are the benefits of this mail merge? First is easy to make a change to a single letter, and for that change to happen in every letter. Example, change the date. Clear? So this is how much easy if you are having a single document, and if you want to send that invitation to any of your friend, to any of your relatives, it is a very easy step. We can change in a single letter or single document, and that change will be applied to all of the recipient. Then once the merge has been set up, hundred of letters can be produced very quickly. Clear? So when we have merged the addresses or whatever the details you want to merge, so after using all including these all merges, very easily we can send the invitation to any number of recipient. Then much easier to proofread just one letter than 100 of the individual letters. Clear? So this is also a important thing, that if it is any required to check that all the details are correct, so only a single document is checked and all the document will be checked. So rather than writing the invitation to different persons, if you have written 100 invitations, so in that case you will require to check 100 documents at a time. But as you are using this mail merge, so we are only writing a single invitation and we are sending to various persons, so it will save our time as well. Clear? So this is all the benefit of the mail merge feature. Clear? So let us conclude till here, and in the coming class we will see the further remaining steps. Till then, whatever the steps we have seen, you can read and revise the things. So in the next class we will continue the further steps, and we will also revise these steps as well. So let us meet in the next class with the remaining steps and see how to use this mail merge feature. Okay, thank you everyone.